Hey guys, curdhos here from Hostyle Conditioning. Sorry with the voice, got a bit of a man cold going on. It's December 31st, day before New Year's Eve, or New Year's Eve itself I should say, day before New Year's itself. Like anything else, I think I shot a video, I know I shot a video around this time last year talking about the specific goals I had, and just had a class this morning and I was asking the guys and the girls what their New Year's resolutions were going to be for 2013, and Dr. Natalie Beauchamp was here working, and she looked at me with a little stern look on her face and goes, "Curd," she goes, "I don't have resolutions." She goes, "I have goals." And I thought, you know what? It's actually a fantastic way to look at it, and really that's, I think, how we should approach it. We use the word resolution a little too lightly, and sometimes when we think about it, we come to mind the idea of January 5th, everyone's buying membership at gyms, and come January 12th or 19th, they're not going anymore. Because I get it, I think they use it as a resolution and not big enough importance or a frame of mind on it as a goal is. So for 2013, I wrote resolutions and I crossed it off, and I said more specifically, you know, it's about setting goals and different goals. Now obviously your Hostyle Conditioning, our big focus is obviously fitness and health and conditioning and such, but I mean these are the same theories and concepts you can use to, you know, improving your job, your work, your business, your family life, your relationships with people. I think it's really important that we set forward some goals. I hear a lot of people too that turn around and say, well, I don't bother doing that. I don't do resolutions. I work on it all the time, that kind of stuff. And I got to be honest, the people that tell me that the most, I think it's some bullshit. I think what they're doing is by saying, hey, I refuse to do these resolutions, they're basically giving themselves an out for not picking something and going after it. So that being said, goals, I think, is very much a better term to look at, and we should have goals, and we should look at, you know, some reflection time and where am I strong, where am I weak in all aspects of my life. And again, here we're from the fitness side, but let's be honest, let's look at our weaknesses and let's say, okay, you know, here's one or two things I want to change or I want to improve on, and let's set some goals. A lot of people come in here and, you know, it's about losing 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 50 pounds, and I get that. The problem is if that's your sole goal, is just losing that weight, I don't think it's enough. It's not enough to keep it more in front of mind, make you think about the lifestyle changes, what you're doing with your time, how you're eating, your circle of influence. You know, those things have to change sometimes when we have new goals that we really want to pursue and do things. Because to get to those goals, a lot of fundamental things have to change. What we do on a daily basis, what we do on a weekly basis, those things have to change to move us towards those goals. And that happening, that will change other aspects of our life. Who we hang out with, how often we hang out with them, because we've got something that we're trying to focus on. So I think it's very important to have a multiple set of goals. And again, today I'm going to talk about from the fitness and health and conditioning background of your life. I'll go over some of my goals I had last year. Well, last year I shot a video. It was 376 pounds. I wanted to get down to 275. I made it to 301. So, you know, did I fail? Well, I failed at what I wanted to do overall, but I also succeeded 75 pounds of the way. So, you know, it's good and it's bad, but at the end of the day, I think it's a pretty good result overall to do that. So obviously going forward, I want to do that. One of my other big challenges was to run the Army Run 5K. Never done that kind of thing before. It was definitely outside my box, and to focus my training to do something totally different from, 3-4 months before to prepare for it. It was a huge bucket list accomplishment, a guy my size running a 5K, I was very proud of that, to the point where it gave me, a good sense of confidence. I ran my first 5K, the Army Run, at 48 and change. A week later, we have our own walk run, fun run that we do through here at Hostyle Conditioning and Natalie Beauchamp Chiropractic Clinic, 5 and 10, and I ran it a week later, and I shaved, 10 seconds off, so I was pretty pumped about that. 2 weeks in a row, I went from never running a 5K to running 2 5Ks within 8 days. So again, that's a huge accomplishment for me, outside the box of my training and my perceived capabilities and stuff. To the point where I enjoy running, and I want to do more of it. I've gotten away from it a little bit. We talked about the 2013 challenge that we shot a video on a week ago when I did it on the 26th, and my workout challenge ended with a 5K run. And I ran that 5K at the end of the workout. Like I said, I was tired, and I almost broke 48 minutes. So I did my best 5K ever at the end of a workout. So the whole workout was 1 hour and 43 minutes. I finished with a 48:05 or something on the 5K. And when I look back at where I was a year ago, I couldn't run a 5K, let alone finish a pretty tough workout with a 5K overall. So that's a huge improvement overall. So I can sit there and beat myself up for not getting my initial goal of 100-pound weight loss. But again, I have to look at it and say, hey, I did do 75 pounds of it. I did accomplish, a 5K, and to the point where I almost, at the drop of a hat, I can run a 5K. Well, that's a big improvement in my overall health and fitness and conditioning. So when you look at the big picture, I think it was a rather successful year. Going forward for 2013, I have some other goals, okay, not resolutions, Doc, goals that I want to attain. One of them is definitely the weight from 301 down to 275, right? I need to focus a bit more on that. I need to, stay more consistent, and I know I can do it. I just have to make it more of a front of mind goal that has to be thought about every day. I'm going to run the Spartan run this year. I'm going to do the 5K. So the 5K doesn't bother me, but where I'm concerned about is some of the obstacles and having to do the 20 burpees if I can't do them. So going to be a lot more burpee training in my workouts overall. Again, on that challenge of 2013, I did 50 burpees in the workout and stuff. Again, a year ago I couldn't have done 50 burpees, let alone as exercise 2 in a 5 exercise big workout. So big accomplishment, but I want to get to the point where I can take that time I did the 50 burpees in, I think something like 17, 18 minutes, I'm going to be able to do that in half that time. So again, my overall mobility, agility, and conditioning will improve so that when I have to do it in something like the Spartan, I won't be as intimidated by it, I'll be able to perform at a better level, and I'll be able to get through it. The bottom line is I'm going to do the Spartan run, and that's all there is to it, right? I set that goal, and it's going to happen. I'm going to go back to my 2011 goal of no booze. Tonight, New Year's Eve, last night, I'm going to pound back the beers. I'm going to do all of 2013 with no hooch. When I look back at 2011, I got a lot of cool stuff done, both, fitness-wise, business-wise, relationship-wise, all those aspects of my life really benefited from that big goal of, just no drinking. People who know me know I like my beer on Friday or Saturday night, and that's a real challenge that, takes me out of my comfort zone and forces me into a different atmosphere and stuff. And again, you can only grow from that kind of aspect, so I'm definitely putting that one back on. And then the other one is get my bench back up to 500 pounds raw. Having lost a lot of weight and done a lot of different training, my competitive bench is down about 50, 60, 70 pounds. It's coming back up. I've been working really hard on it, focusing on consistency in my training, re-establishing a new groove because I weigh a lot less. I sit on the bench differently. So one of the other goals I'm having is to maintain my strength and keep improving it to get to the point where within 2013, I really, really want to go after getting the 500-pound raw in competition, and again, weighing at 275, which will be a phenomenal accomplishment for me from the last time I did it, weighing 390-something, in 2009. So definitely, it's another great goal that's going to not only keep me focused on my training, but keep the strength focus going. My conditioning focus is going to keep going because of the Spartan, and my overall, kettlebells and stuff like that, because I love it so much, is going to stay on focus because I want to get down to the 275. So I'm using these different goals that will make me more accountable, keep more front of mind, because it's not just that one singularity of, oh, I just want to lose weight, because it's too general, it's not specific enough, and it's not evolving enough in my day-to-day to make me stay on it. Whereas with all the training goals I have, it's going to allow me to do it. And again, not drinking for 2013, less calories, less alcohol, so better testosterone overall, more energy, and with that energy, I'm going to be able to work out more, going to want to work out more, and get more things done. So again, rather than just having that one vague goal, I've got multiple level of goals going on that all are going to benefit each one, and I think that's the magic bullet. That's the thing, is set some nice goals, set some realistic goals, but make sure they're outside of your comfort zone and reach, so you have to strive and have to think about it, and it's not something you can sit down and say, oh, I want to lose 20 pounds, so this week I'm going to do the Atkins diet for a month and just drop it and bounce back. You need to have bigger goals that, need planning, need 30, 60, 90-day, setups and stuff so that you go and get it. And that's going to make a huge difference. I'd love to hear what you guys want to use for, not resolutions, but goals. So please email me or respond on this video blog that I'm going to put up on Hostile Conditioning. And again, a lot of that's the other thing too, social contract. I just let the world know what I'm doing, so I'm going to get a lot of questions throughout the year. Hey, Curb, where are you at with this? And, how's this going? What's going on? So I don't want to look like a douchebag by saying, oh, I didn't do it and stuff like that. So putting it out there socially, social contract, it's going to make me more accountable, and I think it's important that everybody does that so that it keeps it front of mind. And when you run into people, you don't want to sit there and going, oh yeah, I stopped working out. You want to say, yeah, man, I've been working out and it's going well, or it's tough or whatever, but it's going to keep you, again, front of mind, the goals are in front of you, and you're going to do much better overall. And again, it's like everything else, right? It's the journey, working towards it and doing things that you normally wouldn't do, which is a big thing over here. We've got lots of cool challenges for 2013 going on in Hostile Conditioning. We have our monthly challenge that happens every Friday. We do a weekly challenge and it changes every month, so it's always a different aspect and causes more focus in training and better accountability, better attendance, because people are into it and they want to do well. Right? And they have something to go after and something to compare against. They want to beat their time from last week, or increase their score from last week, or get more done than they did last week. So it's a really good way to tie it all together. And again, it makes it a big difference, and it makes every workout matter. And I think that's really the big key behind it. And as you get more confidence from fitness and conditioning and your strength and stuff, it's going to pour over and overflow into your other aspects of life. You're going to be healthier. You're going to be happier. You're going to get more done because you're a tougher machine overall for life. Again, I look forward to letting you guys let me know what you guys are going to do. Let's share, let's get socially accountable, and let's get some cool stuff happening for 2013. It's Curdhos from Hostile Conditioning saying, crush it.